Mr. Buzz!
Bets.
Butts!
Whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part of the case, but... After you heard a gunshot, you went home. Why are you so sweaty, Larry? So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Alright, so... a single gunshot. There were two... or two sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Well, wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs, and so did the guy today. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Buttons,
What?
you only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Buttons, were you listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? Listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karmer, this is your opinion.
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
We need to continue because we need all the time that we can get. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah. Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Buttons. Please give your testimony.
Stop.
And
Right, leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
wait, at high volume.
Did you read that sentence?
Were you listening to your radio at high volume?
Do you want to try it one more time?
No.
You didn't read the sentence correctly.
You were listening to your radio at high volume.
There you go.
Yeah, but what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony.
This testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease the pointless questions. What possible good can come from knowing what a radio DJ said to do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you can see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Buzz,
But
please testify to the court. Was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. So that proves that it was before midnight when they said that was after. So let me see. Looking at 11:50 a.m. Just after midnight. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with his face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
That's why you're sweating so
Is
much.
something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order, order! What does this mean? All the two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight.
You want to try that again?
The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the witnesses say he heard the gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. He's suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. White, what do you think of Mr. Bunn's claim he heard gunshot after midnight?
You want to try that again?
What do you think about Mr. Buzz's claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? Before midnight.
Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
I do indeed. Say your line.
Show me
evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set up to go off in response to loud noises.
Oh?
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that that is the case. Well, then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshot within a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes.
There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise was at 11:15 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. At 11:15.
This is my evidence.
The murder weapon!
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Are you okay?
Order!
Why are you in pain?
That's you. Order.
I said order.
My strain muscle in my neck.
I'm sorry.
That would make sense that of the evidence we've seen so far. However, that leaves me wondering exactly what did happen at that night at the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? I ask you, why?
Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! But what's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in this case has the same idea as the murder in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth. There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat.
I admit it, it has to be hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The time set of the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Ooh, what are we going to say? The murderer and Hammond? Edgeworth and the murderer? Or Edgeworth and Hammond? I think that we should say
That one.
Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.